Ladies and Germans, how you all doing? This is Conalwork.
I'm
And
Roo. Hello, hello,
continuing coverage as
hello.
always, we have ourselves on the map of Slut's Vest. Which I know I always lose that last K in the map, but you know what I don't lose? The people who are playing it
Mm-hmm.
today, especially not the man playing that Russian division. Who's that loser?
Well, on the left-hand side in blue, we have Evelynn playing as 1st Lovas Hungarian Cavalry Division with Vanguard income. And on the right-hand side, we have the loser. Is he gonna win? Is he gonna
Stay tuned.
lose? Who knows? Judging by the name, you know, he might be losing. We wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Nonetheless, he's playing 9th Guard Cavalry Division. Also, with
Now, guys, of
Vanguard
course,
income.
since this is the Hungarian division, we will do our best to butcher as many names as we can. One thing I can
Mm-hmm.
tell you for sure is that I do not remember anything about their infantry, so help us out, Ryan. Who are we looking for? I know we have the Hussars. Yes, sir.
For Hungarians. Yeah, you got. So there's only two raw Hungarian infantry in it that
Hmm.
First Lovas really cares about. You got a bunch of guys with G43s and AT grenades, and a bunch of guys with G43s and some Swiss
Uh,
machine guns. The G43s are really the awesome
well, the
part of
next
both
question I was going to ask
squads.
is it the Akazovsk, or, again, I'm going to butcher these all game. The Hussars we've seen before, those are the guys with the Swiss machine guns.
Yeah, yeah. The Astox dudes, if like yeah, it was just like with bow tags and
Gotcha.
rifles instead.
How
So
about
they're
the
not as cool.
Pedosoke?
I have no idea. We'll see
Indeed.
when they unload.
We do have a rather brave 76 millimeter gun being charged to the front, and despite the fact that we have Taran over here on the left-hand side, I still don't think that field piece is going to make it too far.
No, no. This is going to be a pretty tough map overall for the Hungarians. Is Hungarians really like fighting close range and whatnot, and this is a pretty open map, so it's going to be tough to use those to run tanks
Ah,
effectively.
man. Well, I guess the question really comes down to whether or not they're hungry like the wolf.
That's true. Oh, the AT rifle in the middle snipes run
Oh, I
tracks,
missed it. I missed
and
it. How
that
often do you
was
get to
good.
see a
That,
German, excuse me, Axis AT team with a anti-tank rifle? It never happens.
yeah, I always like seeing people use those 36M AT rifle teams early on because they're very good at Russian because that AT rifle is bloody and or it's really more of a cannon is bloody
The
insane.
Akasovs, okay, those are the guys that the M39s, basically the Hungarian knockoffs of a submachine gun, and many G43s. Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
wow. There is also a 40M, excuse me, 75 mil AT gun to the north.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at
It's a
that for a
Pack
second. I
40.
was like, wait a second, is that a 25 pounder?
Oh yeah, the icon's a bit weird. There's a red icon.
Hussars, in the meantime, there are those Swiss machine guns, and where's the last guy? Okay, the Crepes, the Carracks. Wait a second, the Carracks are pretty much Hussars with just, hmm.
Botaxons. Yeah, it's just like a regular. It's a pretty bog standard little
The
Hungarian
funny thing about
infantry
these is that I
squad.
have absolutely no idea where the initial fighting's going to be going on down, because we see such
Mm-hmm.
disparate kind of deployments. We have Cossacks that are coming through these trees, we have Superiors that are there, but they're going to be meeting the G43s and the machine guns in like any second.
Oh. And we got Valentine fighting the Tehran, but the Tehran's gonna have a hard time penetrating, and the Valentine may want to stop moving so he can actually get an
You know, the
accurate
scary thing
shot.
is that him even moving that speed is still throwing off his aim. It's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. There we go, and we got Emsha Komroti being brought in to help out. And then the tank advantage really goes over to loser, because you know Sherman's pretty much beat out the Hungarian
Stabilizers,
tanks
man.
in
What can I
long
say?
range. Exactly, exactly.
The Terrans, though, continue their mad dash forwards, and we'll see very quickly why that is a bad idea. Um, North has kind of petered out. I expect we're going to see just a major push around this kind of central area. The southern town has pretty much already gone into those Cossack pans right there.
Mm-hmm. We aren't seeing the Husrock move up to try and retake it back. I do have 80 grenades though, which is pretty good. So if they can get in close, they blow up tank. That's what 80
That's
grenades do.
good, because I was actually a little concerned about what that was really for. I thought it was more like a firework kind of thing, like you throw it at the tank and like celebrate something. But for the most part, I think,
Play
yeah, you know what?
horseshoes with
That's actually a
them.
better idea. I'd play horseshoes, exactly.
Explosive horseshoes. You don't have to hit near the pole if
I
you
was
blow
gonna
up the
pin the
pole.
grenade on the tank. And we might actually see that happen here. I didn't expect to break you like that.
Sorry, I'm. It's a little bit messed up. I'm just imagining like some German instructor teaching a bunch of Hitler youth on how to blow up like an enemy tank by doing like
I mean,
pinning
well,
an
I was
80
expecting
grenade
how
on
it's like
tank.
a blindfold and be like, okay, spin him around 3 times. Run toward the sound of Russians.
It's like the German party game.
Yep, we're
Oh,
going to hell.
yep. That was good. That was one
Good,
of the best
good.
things I've heard
The
already.
SARS are going to get picked off here, though. Unfortunately, there is no leadership there. And as fantastic as these guys are in terms of that knife fighting close in, they need some leadership. You can't stick them there without any kind of assistance. It's not going to go well.
Yeah, that definitely didn't work all too well in Evelynn's favor in that attack.
Well, to the north, we are going to see Superiors going up against SARS, and yeah, there's going to be a big boom. Never mind. Middletown continues to kind of go back and forth. What ended up killing that Valentine? Was that one of the Pack 40? Must have been the Pack 40.
Must have been the Pack 40. Must have been the Pack 40. But yeah, this is one of those matches where stuff's going on everywhere all the time. This is really great. Both sides are just trying to fill the other person's, flanks and openings and try to figure out where would be the best
Indeed. Now,
place to
interestingly
push.
enough, this central town might go into Hungarian hands. Depends really how thirsty they are for it.
Very close. There's no leadership nearby, so it's getting a little bit closer. Those Arakazuzogs. You can probably capture that last
And
Kazaki
I think the
SVT.
biggest issue, though, is there's still that 37 mil anti-air gun that can cause quite a bit of an issue there. Also, maybe this is a shadow of the future, but we do see 3 Goering 105 millimeters on the western edge of the map.
Yep, at long range, I could have. Yeah, it's actually quite a lot of artillery early on. That's probably a very good option for the Hungarians, as you're lacking that long range AT capability, so might as well augment it with a bunch of artillery
Yes,
guns.
indeed. Now, to the north, we're going to see a bit of an abortive push. Yes, the MTR's right there, and I imagine the second the Germans open up, the MTR will support the attack pretty effectively. But those guys walking point, I would not want to be them. You could not pay me to be them. And that's going to be pretty much why in a second.
Okay.
Yep, that's one squad. That's the other squad.
Even with the Shermans and whatnot supporting you, it's not exactly an ideal situation.
No, it
to be in.
isn't. Meanwhile, down to the south, this town is being attacked again. More Terrans coming on forward. And I don't think, even with the PTRDs, that these Cossack troops are going to be able to keep things at bay for too long.
No. Once those Hazaroks getting close, just SVTs, man. Not SVTs. Semi-automatic rifles in general are just so bloody powerful on ST2. You're just gonna have a pretty good time dealing with Moz and the gun arm.
One thing that's going to be
Kazaki.
going continually in favor, though, of the loser is that he's going to cause a lot of those Hungarian tanks to be lost. Wait, look at this. We have from behind enemy lines. We have one back there. He's going to get picked off by this Valentine pretty darn quickly here.
What?
I'm
How
not
did he
even
get
sure if I
here?
knows the answer to that one.
Just teleports behind you. Nothing personal,
He's got a
kid.
kill. He might, if he takes out the mortar, this actually could be the massive opening that the Hungarians were looking for.
This is the thing I love about the Hungarian cavalry division. You just see crazy stuff like this happen all the time, and it works because they're such cheap and like expendable tanks that you can afford to do silly maneuvers like that. And sometimes, as you
I was gonna
see,
say,
it
watch
pays
the
off
mortar
pretty
team get it to
well.
surrender. That'd be kind of embarrassing, though.
We got a mortar, and we're not afraid to use it. We'll smack you around the head.
Meanwhile, the town has fallen into Hungarian hands. The Cossack troops down here, they are going to cause a bit of an issue, but they'll be swept aside in a moment. Maybe with two Taranzla to the west. One's got a jammed gun and transmission damage. The other one's got crew killed. Oh no, actually, the other's got the transmission destroyed too. Jeez. But don't worry, three more are coming in. Um,
That's a bunch of Ogman Cheeky coming in, but they're not getting
with
close.
the 36M in the center, again, I know we're just we're jumping back and forth like crazy, but that's what we have to do here. Massive Hungarian reinforcement to the north, and the 36M in the center has claimed a couple more victims here. Might even get that half track. Do it, the truck, the SVT truck. Kill it. Kill it with fire!
That AT rifle squad has knocked out like 3 infantry squads before their men's are in load so far, I believe. Really,
Yes,
really paid
indeed.
himself off.
You know, to the north, these very, very
Yeah.
light AT guns, again, they're 40 millimeters. They're barely going to be able to tickle those MCHOs, at least on paper, but 180 penetration, one shooter's knocked out already. And yeah, they're going to annoy them to death.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I only do like 65 mil pen on regular AP shells, which isn't a lot, but like you said, you can just tickle the enemy to death slowly but surely. Yeah, and those heat shells, I believe it's probably like the rocket thing that you see in like the Pag 36, only has 800-meter range, so you're not gonna have a good time in that regard.
Yeah, the Valentine, oh wow, the Goering artillery is just shelling the center. It's very well done. Valentine goes down. I don't think it's because of the 36M. That'd be very, very amusing if it was. I think it's because of that Pac 40 to the southwest of the town.
Yeah, it's definitely it, and really good use of the 105 to just pepper that middle area as a loser is bringing in more Valentine to try and clear things up. But if Evelynn manages to get into the forest past the town, that's going to be a real nasty area to
Yes,
take back.
it will. And I don't know. I feel like the loser's been kind of rocked back on his heels. We are into Phase B. We've been that way for about 75 seconds. And actually, we are going to see one of the few pieces of hardcore anti-tank that Evelynn's got. Here comes that Jagdpanzer to the north.
Oh boy. Yeah, you only get one card of hatches in first low fast. That's like, if unvetted, I believe it's 6 hatches
I think
roughly
you're
in
right.
total. I'm gonna guess. It's 6 or 4, one or the other. Nonetheless,
25 or
it's
6
a
to 4?
handful.
What? That's what I heard.
So
Okay.
6 to 4, 4 to 6. Round it
Okay.
on an even 5. But essentially, I mean, they're going to be very good in this map. Because hatches, they're going to hatch, man. They always are going to hatch. But it's definitely something that you want to try and preserve for as long as possible. Because it's the only proper tank you
Yeah,
get with
exactly. You want to
Low-Fast.
make sure they have a chance to get to the greatest hits.
Mm-hmm.
Mortars, in the meantime, are shellacking that Hussar kind of relief column and turning that entire forest into a sylvan grove of death. I'm very concerned about that infantry there, but the Goering howitzers, by comparison, are just shelling back the other direction. So the artillery here could probably determine the northern flank completely.
Yeah, that definitely feels so. Both sides just have rather clumped up forces. As you see, the loser brings in a bunch of Kazaki to try to retake that northern flag, but yeah, it's just gonna come down to a good old long-range infantry fight. And these are Kazaki SVTs all the way up north, so they're gonna prove
Some of them
a
are,
big
yes, that's true.
challenge.
We also have some other Kazakhs that are, they're kind of vanilla, most of the Gaunt DP kind of material.
Yeah.
One thing is for sure, there are more field guns there.
That's
I'm
a-
sorry, sir, yes?
It's a real slugfest in this northern area. But it does seem like Evelynn's infantry aren't going to be the ones you get pinned down. There's some of the hostile Xapmans get into the forest. But nope, they're going to be forced to fall back. Oh, good defense there from the loser. not
No, he's
losing
not,
that
but there
battle.
continues to be this JU-88. He might go down here because of the log. Well, he's logged more time in the behind the flight stick than that. Poor bummer. But that guy, he has been able to arrest, I would say, a fair bit of the ground fire coming in. And what's more, the 105s continuing their barrage. They've already taken out one mortar position. The other ones are running a little bit lower on munitions overall. So,
Yeah, looking at the middle, things, the losers managed to stabilize it a little bit, as Evelynn has managed not to make it into the forest. And they're down south, yeah, pretty much control of the town. So, yeah, I think in terms, I don't know where a really loser can push. I mean, maybe the middle is probably his best bet. I mean, up north is also pretty good, but it's also quite a lot of stuff here. But he is winning that engagement so far, and is
true,
slowly
but now we
pushing.
have three more squads and one of those light tanks moving on in. And the Hetzer's not even yet begun to really fight.
Hmm. Yeah, really, it's still really anyone's game, to be entirely honest. Evelyn is only winning by one
Being
flag
dishonest, I mean, the
advantage.
Hungarians completely have it, but, and I can say that unequivocally. But the SVTs, I think you're absolutely right. I think this Cossack push in the north, I think he's been very much helped by the fact that the Hungarian artillery has been more focused on taking out their opposite numbers than engaging the infantry. I think once that happens, I think that the Cossack,
Yeah,
push falls completely apart.
jump. The thing, yeah, up north, Evelyn does have more fire support on their side with the 40mm AT guns, the support guns, the hatches. That will really adds up in terms of the fight. Well, the yeah, yeah, Lose is definitely not going to be making much progress up north once those Cossacks go down. Nothing at
No,
all to back him
sir.
up.
Now, one thing I thought I was going to be able to say is I looked like for a second I thought I saw the Hetzer had a turret stuck, and I was like, wait a second, something about that smells fishy.
Nope,
Yes, it
that's Turan
is.
Turan.
Has been a bit of an abortive attempt to go after the center position again. But holding strong, the Hungarians, man. Like I realized that in the war itself, people kind of made fun of them. These guys are tenacious fighters in this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Hungarian cavalry is a really bang on 1v1 division. Not so much a map like this as long range capabilities does hinder you, but by God, they have
Yes, they
really good
do.
infantry. Really
Almost
nice
as
infantry
terrifying are the
squads.
75, the Pack 40s that they get. Man, that MCHO came
Mm-hmm.
into the center, one shot, one kill. Beautiful shot.
Seen
Where?
a
Where?
Katusha.
Oh, there we go.
Oh. There is going to be shooting on more towards the Pack 40 area. Definitely an interesting choice trying to use it to, kill like a defensive unit rather than using it to, pepper an area and then assault. Because this is not what the Katusha is
Well,
really
also,
designed for.
not to interrupt again, but we also have a
Yeah.
bombing run up north. I want a quick call to that before the log comes in and kills. Never mind, I'm sorry. So that was a little bit more impactful than it ended up being.
Oh, no, like it's lagging a little bit behind, but the Hungarian anti-air also doesn't mess around. Also, the Hungarian anti-air also has, armor penetration cells, which is always funny to see.
So I'm sorry, you were saying about the Katyusha and the whole idea of a targeting defensive versus an offensive. You want to go a little further into that for me, please?
Yeah, it's just like using it to like pinpoint kill like one AT gun or one important unit isn't really its intended use. You really want to use it to pepper an area, to stun up everything and then push up, as it's not very good at
So,
picking off
like,
single
targeting
units.
this town to the center, perhaps.
Yeah, it probably would have been the better choice because then he could move up all his Osnases and Gazaki to retake that point.
Well, the artillery is going to start slamming into them again pretty quickly, and the Cossack push to the north is now completely dead.
Up and Evelyn, he has the Nimrod here as well to back him up, and that thing is pretty. It can be pretty scary
I'm
at
happy
long
you called it the
range.
Nimrod. I was like, yay! Again, first Lovas has such crazy material that comes to it. It's so much fun.
I know. It's such a fun division to watch him play. It's like it's like the division that brings a knife
Yeah,
to
but
a
knows how to get
gunfight.
inside close enough to use it.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Hmm. That's pretty, it's like the guy who plays Call of Duty and only
I
uses
hated that guy.
shotguns. It's like you should be using assault rifles, man, because they're more SMGs is usually the more meta thing in Call of Duties, etc. But you gotta respect the guy who just runs around with a pump action shotgun and gets up right in front of you and blows your face away. Especially in Road at War, where you could literally blow
That's a war
someone's
crime.
face away. It was, but you can't really argue back if you don't have a face.
That is also certainly true. Now the Katyusha is a little bit close to the front line there, comrade.
Yeah, mate, that's a little bit ballsy. I mean, at least he does have cover, so he's not being seen, but still a little
Yeah,
bit
and there
close.
certainly is the importance of not being seen. I don't like how their artillery park is. I get there's a 76 Zis there, but I am not a fan.
Yeah, the 122. Yeah, it's a lot. Well, at one end you can use the 122 as that's a pretty effective AT gun because it's essentially
Hmm.
an IS-2 AT gun. But it's definitely more. I'd say something you want to keep more towards the back. At the same time, as you're looking at it, it doesn't have any artillery observers out, so having it close up to be a bit more accurate, and it's an inaccurate artillery fire is probably the best bet.
True. True. Now we are going to see some rather bananas size cannon to the north. I haven't seen a 31M in a long time either. So like a nice little close-in shot there.
Oh god, that's a big gun. It's also a very weird caliber. You know, 149. You think the designers could have been, hey, let's just add 1 more millimeter to round off.
Hey.
No,
You are not going to body shame
no.
that breach.
Deep, deep down inside, I'm just a 105 millimeter artillery gun. Okay.
That's really my goal. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's my goal. That's my goal bore. Oh man, alive. To the north,
Uh.
T70 comes up and immediately gets 86th. But these 45 mil will probably get its own pound of flesh here, taking away a couple of the Tyrans. And he does get a kill, but at what cost? At this point, you cannot be the Cossacks and exchange AT weapons with that kind of blithe indifference. Again, Hungarians, many worthless tanks. Cossacks, not really that many worthless AT guns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Of Cossacks, you do have a rather limited AT gun selection. Heck, even more towards the tanks, you don't have that much. Same time, though, in this sort of matchup, her Shermans are much better in this sort of match compared to the Hungarian tanks.
Sounds about right, but it looks like we're going to get another bombing going to the north, but there's also a Zis down there with the, oh my gosh, the dual 25 mils. The rather optimistic bombing
Oh yeah,
run.
yeah, that thing will really mess you up, as we clearly see.
Did he get the bombs off? He got one bomb off. I don't think he's going to get everything.
But he does lose the AA gun now,
And the bombs will do
unfortunately.
just enough spot to take out the recon troops. Yikes.
They're not going to be seen enough.
They never saw it coming.
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, 5 more squads of infantry to the north. Yeah, jeez, this artillery has been constant and effective. I really am impressed by the way that Evelynn has been playing this Hungarian division.
Mm-hmm. This northern push is definitely going rather well. This is much more shooted territory where it's fighting in right now, where you got a lot of line of sight blockers, where you can get in nice and close. But the infantry advantage with all the G43 dudes definitely helps out against more of the regular Kazaki loadouts. At the same time, with Knife Cossacks, that B phase SVT card, you can get like 24 of them. Highly recommend taking that card.
Definitely sounds like it's going to be a really good idea here. It is 1410. I will say one thing that's been interesting to observe is that despite the fact that the loser has been dropping units pretty much right, left, and center, he has not been losing flags, which I'm surprised about because there's some very giftable ones in the northern central part of the map. And some would even argue, I would say, that northernmost flag right now is still under Russian control. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the
Oh
Cossacks,
yeah.
I feel like for some reason I read someplace that they were at one point Hungarians. Am I wrong on that? Do you know?
I have no idea. I know the Soviets didn't like Cossack people and kind of tried to get rid of him a few times, but
If
that's
anyone
all I
out there could
really
please,
know.
ooh, wow, new support truck gets completely blown to pieces. If anyone out there, please give me a little more of a history into the Cossacks. I'd appreciate it. You don't have to span the entire way through, but give me a little bit of a knowledge. So, now at one point, the Cossacks were seen as being the ultimate light cavalry, just completely and totally horrible people after the fight was done. But, in any case,
Yeah.
northern side, we are going to get a couple of those T-34s have coming on in at long last. But when they're outnumbered 4 or 5 to 1, those are odds that even a Sherman would like going after a Tiger. So 3 to 1, maybe a little bit less so. 2 to 1, maybe a little less
This is
so.
yeah, that's Sherman. This is the perfect territory for that Sherman to be in, because even if this sort of matchup just shows medium tanks are just gonna eat up the Hungarians in a head-on fight. It's what I mean about the Hungarians being like a knife fighter. You gotta get in close. You gotta flank around to have a chance at killing
Or
a
just bringing in one of
Sherman
your 40
T-34.
millimeters, it just seems to kind of kill things with absolutely no issue.
All that too. That's also a very good idea.
Now, I am fascinated by the fact that the entire Carrick push was just like, okay, boys, we're going to line up on the road and then march forwards. Hey,
Order one strategy. What go
you can't
wrong?
trust those guys to actually be able to fire together if they're not next to each other.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's true.
Where is our artillery coming from? Oh, that 122. Okay, never mind. That's a rather bizarre bore as well, though, too, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. That is true. I guess it means something in inches, like it probably rounds up
Well,
to something
122
nice in
millimeters
inches,
is what,
maybe?
12 centimeters, 2.2 centimeters. So you're looking at about 5 inch, 5.5 inch.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's what they're trying to go for. Maybe, you know, like a Soviet millimeter is different than a German
Would you
millimeter.
know they're not going to use imperial? We're not going to use imperial.
Like the
We use
train
metric for a
tracks.
reason. Reminds us too much of our
That's
now
true.
dead czar,
That's.
who we killed rather viciously.
Mm-hmm.
Another company and a half, another platoon and a half of those Terrans coming in, escorting a Jagdpanzer to the front, which I kind of feel like is really the biggest point for the Terrans to be doing this entire time. They don't really have a whole lot of purpose, I would say, other than that currently.
Yeah, they just need to try and just book it down, run flank, preferably just down the road where he's got a huge line of infantry push and just try to go down the road and then flank up north and maybe get a side shot in a T-34. That's really their best bet.
Asking an awful lot from them, though.
Yeah, it is. It is, but hopefully, I get something done.
No.
If not, they die and you only lose like 150 points worth of tanks, which isn't that bad
Yeah,
for 5
exactly.
tanks.
And look, they get to the front faster than those rinky-dink World War One tanks with, one machine gun who go 10 miles an
Mm-hmm.
hour on the road. I
FT-17s,
believe so. I'm so used to just the paper tanks. I think so.
FT-17s.
I can't honestly I can't remember. It's the one at the German division who's able to call in all of their 10 and 20 points apiece.
Yeah,
I
the
think
FT-17s.
I'm going to call them the origami tanks from now
100%.
on. But 28 and a half minutes in, I'm not going to say we see the writing on the wall just yet, because there's definitely is the possibility to be using these tanks a little more effectively. I think he's been very, very unlucky with how some of this shooting has gone. There we go.
Yeah.
There's 13 Tyrants being brought on in. Oh my gosh.
This is what you do. This is how you play Hungarian cavalry, guys. You just spam the Tyrants. Just what you need to do. And then now he's pushing through, and as he kills like two soldiers of the Tyrant there, very sneaky flank around, and the Sherman and T-34 are just not in a good enough
I
spot.
thought for half a second it was going to be the artillery, but just to see that entire block of white just appear on the map, that was quite humorous.
Yeah, but no, artillery's all firing. That's the northern flank is pretty much gone.
Here's the pushback. What would happen if they pushed all that stuff in the center? Is this a moment of just we put the Katyushas too close to the front?
Yeah, I feel like Elise probably would have had a pretty good chance if he actually pushed center a little bit more, put some pressure here. But once again, it comes down to that pretty important infantry fight. And
I was really hoping to see that
ring.
entire column. Oh my gosh, I did not expect the KD to be quite that
Holy
severe.
shit! It didn't feel that bad because even though the loser lost, he did a pretty good job of
Yeah, he really did.
holding. I mean, he lost rather well. I have to admit, even though the KD
This is why.
doesn't say otherwise.
Francia, 75 mil to pack 40, won 2 MCHs, a T-34 Razvedka, and 2 Valentines. Really well done on those anti-tank
Good
placements.
75 mil support gun, like Cowper, I believe it's support
1 second.
gun.
Oh yeah, that
Knocked
kind of
out
there, yes. Being
once.
able to kill 2 tanks and to barrage 2 more squads of infantry again. Really, really good play here. The 149, he's got 6 kills. Hussars, we have a Hussar squad who's killed 4 squads. Man.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal. That was pretty brutal in terms
Hey
of
man,
kills,
when you're
but-
hungry, you're hungry for more.
Yeah, But yeah, great match from both
Sincerely,
sides.
very
Really
well done
good
to
job.
both. Let's not look at the chronology. That doesn't really tell it through the whole tale of the tape there. But with that in mind, Evelynn, really great play with the Hungarians. The loser, unfortunately, true to the namesake today, but I know next time he's going to come back out swinging, so hopefully we see some more from him. Any last pearls of wisdom, sir?
Cossacks are better on horses, I guess.
Someone made that comment to me recently that they really wish we could see the Raitas coming in actually on horseback and then like hopping off and being deployed that way. Yeah.
That'd be cool. Or like, as I know, there's this one World War II picture of like, I don't know, some German soldiers shooting a Kar-98 on a horse, and
Well,
it just looks cool. This is guys on horses with modern rifles and
or
whatnot.
bicycle troops. I'll take some bicycle troops.
Can't go wrong with bicycle.
But you know what?
troops,
That's got to wait until we bring the Japanese divisions into everything. So don't hold your breath, everybody. But until then, until next time, folks, I'm Con Ulrich.